All right, Black Power. It's the General Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. Y'all know what it is, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Seti DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry. You need to get on over there right now, kingseti.com, online marketplace, and be amazed. For the family out there that's looking for that exquisite treasure chest of advanced African wisdom and knowledge, the General Seti University, generalseti.com, over 700 classic goddammit videos, lectures, behind the scenes footage, interviews, video, radio interviews overseas, every goddamn city in the United States of America. You need to get on over there and be amazed. generalseti.com, Seti University. And for that exclusive, did you hear what I just said? Exclusive live stream lectures. I want y'all to get on over there to my Patreon, y'all. Got over 100. I mean, goddamn, I got just treasure chests just laying all over the place. Jewels and gems all over the place. Patreon, General Seti, exclusive live stream lectures. You get to see the General live putting in that goddamn work. You won't see it on YouTube, okay? You won't see it on YouTube, so you better get on over there. A lot of people be talking about, and if it gets so goddamn hot, well, I can't even put it on my Patreon. I put it on generalseti.com, Seti University. So every site plays its part. And family should understand by now. If you don't understand, I'm letting you know right now, got 2 YouTube pages. General Seti, Seti. We on General Seti right now. Subscribe to both. Hit notification. Hit that goddamn notification bell. And like the goddamn videos because you love it. Like it because you love it. And share it with your family. Share it every goddamn where. So these bees, they can't stop me growing every goddamn day. You understand what I'm saying? Under immense pressure to keep my goddamn information up off of this motherfucker. Because they know I destroy worlds. Goddammit. I'm the Thanos of the goddamn revolutionary movement. Thanos. Anymore, I pull up in your motherfucking house and like a goddamn hurricane and 2 tornadoes, I'll tear that motherfucker up. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, today, a lot of people gonna be mad, but I figure I'll get on these motherfuckers because they need to be got on. See, a lot of motherfuckers, what I do to the goddamn scriptures, motherfuckers motherfuckers been and lost their faith. You understand what I'm saying? I fuck around, make a goddamn rabbi, 2 goddamn preachers, and a deacon lose their goddamn faith tonight. You understand what I'm saying? Because the way I be crushing this shit. And there ain't no getting around this information. And it's been there. But your reverend, your chicken licking goddamn reverend, greasy lip, motherfucking barbecue chicken eating ass reverend, ain't tell you this. And when he did, he glossed over it. Huh? And them niggas out there with them goddamn, what's that motherfucker off what's it, show enough. The Hebrew cellulite show enough niggas out there with them goddamn rhinestones and goddamn punk rock bracelets on their goddamn arm out there. You know what I'm saying? They gloss over. You understand what I'm saying? And come up with all type of excuses. Why God would ordain some evil motherfuckers like this to be the chosen. I say, God damn, they more wicked. And I'm gonna just start knocking the dominoes down. You gonna hear them motherfuckers crying my name. You understand what I'm saying? But it ain't no way, because it's the truth. The goddamn Israelites was the most wicked motherfuckers ever walked. They more wicked than Sodom and Gomorrah. And you know how wicked they was. They more wicked than goddamn Sodom. Because they did what they did and more. Say, goddamn it, God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, but he didn't destroy Jerusalem. You understand all the wicked shit David and Jonathan and all these motherfuckers was doing? Wait a minute. Jesus and John, David and Jonathan and a whole lot of other motherfuckers. I say, man, wait a minute. We got to reevaluate this. You see what I'm saying? Religion is destroying our people. You understand? And and I see I got to do some workshop on you niggas out there because it's just obvious that we done lost our goddamn, or some of these niggas out here done lost their mind, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. Now, why did I deal? Now, who is Judah? I got to get off into it. Let me go on and get this on up here. Who is Judah? Now, according to the scriptures, okay, we're talking about this lineage, this divine lineage that come down through Shem, come down through Abraham, come down into Jacob. Now, wait a minute. Matter of fact, let me get the lineage on up there. Let me get the lineage up. Matter of fact, here you go. Here go the supposedly the divine lineage. Wait a minute. Let me bring that up a little bit. Because Jacob all the way at the bottom. Let me take the banner out for just a second. You see Jacob all the way at the bottom. And Jacob is who would later be renamed Israel. Okay? And so he had 12 sons, and I'm going to be dealing with that on my next page when I and break that down. The occultism, the Egyptian mysticism inside of that. Okay? They stealing and goddamn everything out of Egypt and then demonize Egypt in the scriptures, and every fucking thing they got, they done stole out of Egypt. Got to get on them today. And so this wicked, wicked bloodline that you have right here, I must say that. You understand what I'm Shem, on down to Abram, who would later be named Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. These are their great patriarchs. You understand what I'm saying? And like I say, Jacob would later have 12 sons. And just like you see this line, Shem, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, is going to go to Judah. Because Judah is the chosen lineage out of the 12 sons. So all the royal, that's the Lion of Judah. So the royalty come through Judah. Okay, that includes David. That includes Solomon. That includes old Jesus too. Yeah. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you niggas tonight? We're going to have fun tonight. Okay, let a motherfucker, hey, pull up, motherfucker. Do what you gotta do. You understand what I'm saying? I want to give me a good, so I could crash one of their ass. Ain't no getting away from me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, just so we had to do this. Nah, this is what's killing me. Because, another thing that we have to bring up, and I'm going to do another video on this, is how all of the firstborn of most of the patriarchs and prophets is quote unquote African women, even though they don't want to say it's African. But we for the sake of the Bible, we'll use the term Hermetic. Okay? Now you got Shem, then you got Ham, and you got Japheth. We already cracked that. You know what I'm saying? When we showed that Egypt existed before the flood, that really destroyed that whole genealogy. But we want to have fun tonight because we showing you these perverted motherfuckers and how they justify all the perversion that go on in the Bible. Okay? We want to say that. Now, for a lot of people that don't understand this, the Hermetic bloodline is a cursed bloodline. Okay? It's a cursed bloodline, but these is the prophets of God, the patriarchs of God, who God then told these motherfuckers, don't fuck with these people. Don't fuck with them people. Them peoples is cursed. It says, cursed be Canaan. You understand? A slave of slaves he shall be. And now I don't think you can get no lower than that. You understand what I'm saying? It says, curse be Canaan, a servant of servants he shall be. Okay? Now, who the hell did Jacob, Abraham firstborn, Ishmael, by a Hamitic woman, okay? And Ham was cursed because they tried to say that he fucking raped Noah on the boat. This is what they say. This is what they say, y'all. If y'all didn't know that. So this is the bloodline. You understand what I'm saying? This is the bloodline of the Hamatics. You see what I'm saying? Now it's gonna be an argument, and you know, they're gonna say we not a part of that. They're gonna say that Ham was the father of all the black races, except the Negro. Okay? And so since we've been kicked out of Africa, and so we can't, you know, I don't know where we come from. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of the niggas out there tried to say, well, since Ham, he didn't come from, he must have came from Shem. And I did the video on that. And he didn't come from Shem too, because Shem is considered a Caucasoid also. So they consider Ham a dark-skinned Caucasoid, Shem a Caucasoid, Japheth a Caucasoid. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't even know where we come from. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, the Hamitic bloodline, which is the other son, that's Egypt, supposedly the father of Egypt, supposedly the father of Ethiopia, you understand? Supposedly the father of Canaan, which later became Israel. You understand what I'm saying? Later became Israel. So majority of and I did a video on that all the African nations in the Bible is cursed. Every one of them. From Ham. Noah, you know, Noah cursed Ham. You understand? Because, you know, this supposedly a man of God, Noah, who got drunk on the goddamn ark and falls out butt naked. You understand what I'm saying? The man of God, you understand, drunk and falling out butt naked, and Ham supposedly saw him. In the Bible, it says he made jest of him. You understand? But in other books, like the Talmud and this, that, and the third, they say Ham, you know, did some things to Noah. Okay? I didn't say it. The Talmud said that. Okay? They did so, and so they cursed Ham, but he didn't curse in particular. He cursed Canaan, his own grandson, this Noah, who cursed a boy ain't even been born yet. I don't even know how he knew that goddamn. I mean, how did he know Ham was gonna name a motherfucker Canaan? You know, just say curse be Canaan. A motherfucker, who the fuck is Canaan? I ain't even had no children yet. You understand? This is on the boat. You understand what I'm saying? So somehow he knew Ham was gonna have, and Canaan was like the last one to be born. Shit. Egypt and Ethiopia was born before Canaan. So if you shit, you know, just don't name none of your children Canaan and they'll be all right. But somehow Noah and so he goes up and names got one of his children Canaan, and it said, Noah said, what? A servant, a slave of slaves he will be. Now, knowing this, goddamn it, damn near 90% of all the goddamn patriarch mean through that divine, that holy bloodline, that genealogy, each father of each generation preceding him, Shem, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, you understand, Judah, you understand, David, then Solomon, and so on and so forth. You understand? On down to Jesus. Damn near every last one of them had their firstborn by a Canaanite or a Hermetic. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is, there's something, see, there's a subliminal message there. You see what I'm saying? There's a very subliminal message there. Whether it was Abraham and Hagar, who, Abraham's first son, first child was Ishmael. And then you got, I don't know, I got to check Jacob. He may have, but I know Judah, I know Joseph, Judah, Abraham, who it's a couple of more. You understand? They had their first, Moses. You understand? Moses had, matter of fact, all his children by an Ethiopian one. That don't mean shit. I'm just telling you it don't mean shit. All of it is fabricated. So I don't want nobody to say, oh man, we in there. No, fuck that garbage. I'm just letting you know. So Moses, Judah, Joseph, Abraham. You understand what I'm saying? There's a couple more motherfuckers. Solomon. No, David too. Because he had Solomon by Bathsheba. I'm going to get on him, a pervert, an accomplice to murder, set a motherfucker up so he can marry the man's wife, Uriah. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just setting y'all this shit up now. You understand what I'm saying? So they curse the Hermetics. Egypt was also cursed. Ethiopia was cursed. Got all type of prophecies in the Bible where the goddamn Ethiopians and the Egyptians gonna be led into captivity and this, that, and the third. So all of these curses in the Bible, yet and still every patriarch, goddamn prophet in the goddamn Bible, end up having their firstborn children, son, with a Hermetic, a cursed bloodline. That's saying something right there. You understand what I'm saying? And this is God's chosen people now. This ain't just anybody. These is God's chosen people. Now, let's get off into this. Okay. Let me let's get on into this. Let's get on into this now. Okay, Judah, one of the 12 sons of Jacob, Israel, is considered the royal bloodline of Israel, in which the kings of Israel would descend, including the prophesied Messiah, Jesus Christ. Okay? Jacob and Judah are from the bloodline of Shem. I did this video earlier, which we totally dismantled in the last video, which I don't have that on this YouTube. You have to go to my Patreon to get that. You see what I'm saying? Because I did some series where I knocked their ass on the head. Okay? And I already dismantled Shem because shit, when I dismantled the flood, I dismantled Shem. I dismantled Noah and Ham and Japheth and all that other shit. It was dismantled. Okay? Because it was shown that, nations that were supposed only to existed after the flood actually existed before the flood, okay, which destroyed that bloodline, okay, and so which means the bloodline of Jacob and Judah is also fraudulent, because I condemn that, but we don't want to do that. We want to go further because some niggas, you got to beat them, you got to keep beating them and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that was very devastating, okay? But for the argument's sake, let's dismantle Judah for his own atrocities and perversions, okay? Now, again, I'm showing you Jacob, and you see He didn't have damn, children by, one damn family, Leah, the elder sister, you got Rachel, you understand, the younger sister, and they slaves. So Jacob was a cold-blooded motherfucker. He just knocking them down, one tribe, you know what I'm saying? And so out of that, all of them, so they brothers and first cousins and shit and every goddamn thing. You talking about incest, you know what I'm saying? Shit, they brothers and first cousins and every goddamn thing else. You see what I'm saying? And so this is how the tribes of Israel came to be. And you see, we talking about Judah right here, number 4, and through that line came David, Solomon, and the kings of Judah on down to Jesus. Now, we got to understand this is very clear. We're going to bring this up. If Judah was the patriarch of the royal bloodline of Israel, the nation of God, why was his first 2 sons murdered by God for wickedness? That's very important there now. When we going to look at this man's first 2 his first 2 sons were murdered by God. Okay, murdered. Now, you can go and we're going to read it. You can take it how you fuck you want to take it. Was murdered by God for wickedness. I say, well, goddamn. This the beloved Judah. This Judah. This the royal bloodline. Now, if your first 2 born, your first 2 children to be born, and you is from the royal bloodline, this is the chosen of God. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't just the royal bloodline. This is the royal bloodline of God. Okay? And so his first 2 sons were murdered for wickedness. And we have to understand from the jump that Judah is the tribe of David, Solomon, and Jesus. Okay? And these 2 wicked sons of patriarch Judah are the ancestral uncles. Now, they're not in the direct bloodline, but they are the ancestral uncles of David, Solomon, and Jesus. But we're going to get to the line that Solomon and Jesus, David too. If I'm not, David too. We're going to get, because that is even more wicked. You understand? That whole little chapter is out cold. You understand what I'm saying? And ain't nobody in their rational mind is going to try to justify this shit. Okay? And this says a lot about the bloodline. Okay? The fact that the first 2 sons were murdered by God of the royal bloodline of Judah. Now let's get off into this. Now I use the New International Version. All them goddamn versions is pretty much the same. Even though I choose most of the time I use the King James Version because they like to use it, and I don't like to I like to stay right in they frame of thought and still put that ass whooping on. But it says basically the same thing. Now, let me see. Okay. Now, what's very clear that I must state that Judah married a Canaanite woman. Okay, so when we talk about this woman, Tamar, Judah and Tamar is a Canaanite woman. The same race that Noah didn't curse. Okay, so he went and got him a cursed woman to have, and we got to understand. You know what I'm saying? This is how he perceived the royal bloodline of God. He don't go get no Israelite woman. He go get the Canaanite woman. You understand what I'm saying? That's saying a lot. Now it says this is Genesis 38. At that time, Judah left his brothers and went down to stay with a man Abdullam named Haran. There Judah met the daughter of a Canaanite man named Sua. He married her and made love to her. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son who was named or heir. Like you err. You make a fucking error, nigga. You didn't err, nigga. She conceived again and gave birth to a son named Onan. She gave birth to still another son named Sheila. Okay? Sheila. And it was that that she gave birth to him. Now, so this Canaanite woman gave old Judah, the patriarch of the tribe of Judah, the royal bloodline, 3 sons. Okay, now listen to this. We at 6 now. Let me see. Is it up so y'all can? Oh, y'all can't even see. Let me bring that motherfucker all the way up. Let me turn all the way up. Let me bring it all the way up. Shit, I can't. I want to bring a motherfucker all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Now, we here. Okay? Judah got a wife for his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. But Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the Lord's sight, so the Lord put him to death. Okay, the Lord didn't put him to death. Let me read that again. Judah got a wife for his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. But Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the Lord's sight, so the Lord put him to death. Put him to goddamn death. He don't even say why he put him to death. And anything you hear is only speculation. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not in the goddamn Bible. And so we don't need no motherfuckers piggybacking and coming up with their own, because they need to explain that. So we see right now that his firstborn, and technically the line of Judah should have went through That's who the fucking should have went, because that's his firstborn. You know what I'm saying? But somehow they always steal the birthright. That's another thing in this so-called Bible, that the youngest son always somehow usurp the oldest son. You understand what I'm saying? In this, but it's supposed to be the firstborn. Okay? Now, let's go down here. Then Judah said to Onan, listen to this, man. Listen to this. Listen what he tell his second. This is his second son. This is his second son. Now, we down. Let me bring it all the way up. Let me bring it all the way up. Let me take that out of there. We at the 8th verse, y'all. Then Judah said to Onan, sleep with your brother's wife and fulfill your duty to her as a brother-in-law to raise up offspring for your brother. Now, right there, he gonna tell the man to go sleep with his dead brother's wife. You understand what I'm saying? Judah all fucked up. He done already broke the commandments of God. He didn't wife the damn cursed woman according to the Bible. He didn't wife the cursed woman. Had 3 children. The first one already out of there. God done snuffed his ass out. And then he goes and tell his second son, and I know he's shaking in his boots like, man, I don't want to fuck with this woman, man. She done already took out my big bro. And so what the fuck I look like going, man, this motherfucker's a black widow. I can't go do this. You know what I'm saying? And so he tells his second son to go, and whatever laws and shit that they say, man, is a bullshit. Okay? That's bullshit. He got his sons running the train on this woman, man. And he gonna end up being the third. You understand what I'm saying? So Judah and his son is running the train on this one. Okay? I'm just gonna be real with you. And so let's get back down here. Let me get down here now. But Onan knew the child would not be here, so whenever he slept with his brother's wife, he spilled his semen on the ground to keep from providing offspring for his brother. What he did was wicked in the Lord's sight, so the Lord put him to death also. Man, this shit like a goddamn soap opera. You understand what I'm saying? So, he knew this wasn't gonna be his son or his children. Even though they was his seed, they gonna be his brother's seed. So he said, I don't want to do this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So he didn't did his thing, but he ejaculate on the ground. And so God take his life for that. You see what I'm saying? So now Judah, out of two sons, fucking with one Canaanite woman, two sons. You understand what I'm saying? So that right there let me know Judah don't need to be no leader or no patriarch, because goddamn, he getting his sons taken out of here. You understand? They wicked in the sight of God. So we see right there, okay? So I got the little timeline for y'all. You understand? So you can see it for yourself. That Judah, he married Bathsheba, or however they pronounce her name, and out of that came Onan, and Sheila, and then Judah married Tamar. Now what they gonna say? This is the funny shit. They want to try to say that Tamar is an Israelite woman because they need a way out of it. In reality, Tamar is a Canaanite. So how the fuck he gonna choose an Israelite woman for his son and he ain't even choose one for himself? What kind of shit is that? So they looking for a way out. And so they all messing around with Canaanite women. Okay, and so he married his first son, to Tamar. God X's him out. Then Onan stepper X him out. And the only one left is the last son, which is Sheila. I don't know what kind of male name that is, but that's his name. And so I got this up off the a commentary on this. It says, according to the biblical account, Tamar was most likely a Canaanite. And I had to bring that up because they want to try, to say that she might have been an Israelite woman, even though Judah didn't choose an Israelite woman. So that right there is ass backwards. So now, let's deal with this. If Judah was a patriarch and holy man of God, why would he instruct his second oldest son to commit incest with the wife of his dead first son? You understand what I'm saying? I want y'all to ponder on that. You understand? If Judah was a patriarch and a holy man of God, why would he instruct his second oldest son to commit incest, adultery, and every goddamn nasty other thing that you could think of with the wife of his dead first son? You see? So we lining this shit up. You go in there, read it for yourself. You can weep, you can cry and say, oh, Seti is, but it's right there for any motherfucker who need to read it. It's in there. Why would God murder the second son for not ejaculating in the wife of his dead brother? Why would he do that? You understand what I'm saying? Is it that goddamn serious? Is it that serious? You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, you just said don't commit no goddamn adultery and shit, this, that, and you gonna take the man out because he felt like, goddamn, I feel out of pocket. But my wicked dad is telling me to do this shit, and so by law I got to listen to what he say. And so I went up, and God didn't kill him for having, but God didn't kill him for having sex with his dead brother's wife. You understand what I'm saying? He killed the man for not committing incest and adultery. I guess it wouldn't be incest, but damn, it's damn near close as you gonna get. You understand what I'm saying? Technically, this is your sister-in-law. You understand what I'm saying? And so he killed him for pulling out and ejaculating on the ground. This says a lot about God. This says a lot about God ordaining a brother to commit incest with his dead brother's wife. Adultery, incest, and every wicked thing. And so, and I must reiterate that these are the ancestral uncles. Now the blood is going, because Tamar going to have twins by Judah. So they just running the train on Tamar. Okay? And I want y'all to understand that Tamar, this, I'm just warning y'all, this, she is the matriarch of the tribe of Judah. Now she is the matriarch of the tribe of Judah. Okay? And so that means that when David, when Solomon, when Jesus trace their bloodline back, it goes to Tamar. Okay, it goes to Tamar. Because I'm going to show you the son that came out of the damn relationship with Judah and Tamar. That's in Jesus' genealogy, in David's genealogy, and Solomon's genealogy. Okay? And after all that, Judah promises to marry his third son to Tamar and lied. You see, he lied about that. I want to read this, and I don't know if this is 38 or moving forward. It might be 38, might be 39, Genesis, but I get it. Okay, Judah then said to his daughter-in-law Tamar, live as a widow in your father's household until my son Sheila grows up. For he thought he may die too, just like his brother. So Tamar went to live in her father's household. So he owed her a husband. So he said, you know what? You didn't knock down my first two sons. I got one son left, but he a little young, and soon as he get of age, you understand what I'm going to marry him to you. But until then, you go live in your father's house as a widow. And when he come of age, I'm going to come get you, and then we going to have the marriage. But in the back of his mind, he thinking like, damn, she done knocked down two of my sons, and so I'm not going to give him my third son. You understand what I'm saying? So he lied about that, okay? And so I already did that. And you understand? Now, let me get down. Okay? Judah puts the girl away and then reneges on the promise. So, okay, so when she figured that he had reneged on it and lied to her about marrying the third son, she plotted on his ass. She plotted on him. So she couldn't wait to get him back for reneging on his promise. And for that, she waited her chance and plotted to set him up for lying and was successful. Now, how did she get him? She pretended, listen to me, to be a prostitute and was impregnated with twins by Judah. Judah went up in the mountains, right? One day, and he went up there to chill with one of his friends. And while he was going up to one of his friends' house, he saw a woman out there. She had her face all, in a veil and shit, so he couldn't recognize who she was. And, he tricking, and, that's another thing about Judah. He's a trick, because he out there with a prostitute. You understand what I'm saying? He out there going up the hill, you understand what I'm saying, running to Tamar, and things happen. You see? So it says right here, I'm starting at 11, and I believe this is, if this is not Genesis 38, it's most definitely 39, one of the two. Let me see. It might be still 38. Judah then said to him, and we read that, I'm going to read it all though. Then Judah said to his daughter-in-law, Tamar, live as a widow in your father's household until my son Sheila grows up, for he thought. He may die too, just like his brothers. So Tamar went to live in her father's household. After a long time, Judah's wife, after the daughter of Shua died, then Judah had recovered from his grief. He went up to Timnah, which is, I guess, a city, to the men who were shearing his sheep, and his friend Hira, the Abdullamite, went with him. When Tamar was told, your father-in-law is on his way to Timnah to shear sheep, she took off her widow's clothes, covered herself with a veil to disguise herself, and then sat at the entrance to Enam, which is on the road to Timnah. For she saw that though Sheila had grown up, she had not been given to him as his wife. So she saw this motherfucker didn't lie. You see, so she done plotted on his ass. When Judah saw her, he going up to Timnah, he saw her out there. He thought she was a prostitute, for she had covered her face. Not realizing that she was his daughter-in-law, he went over to her by the roadside and said, come now, let me sleep with you. And what will you give me to sleep with you? She asked. I'll send you a young goat from my flock, he said. Will you give me something as a pledge until you send it? She asked. He said, what pledge shall I give you? And she said, your seal and its cord and the staff in your hand. Your seal and its cord and the staff in your hand, she answered. So he gave them to her and slept with her. And she became pregnant by him. Now she treacherous, but he treacherous, she treacherous. You understand what I'm saying? Because she playing a prostitute. You understand what I'm saying? She using her goddamn her private parts as a means to trap the motherfucker. But I guess she felt she was justified because he lied. You understand what I'm saying? And so he gave them to her and slept with her, and she became pregnant by him. After she left, she took her veil off and put on her widow's clothes again. Meanwhile, Judah sent the young goat by his friend the Abdullamite in order to get his pledge back from the woman, but he did not find her. He asked the men who lived there, where's the shrine prostitute who was beside the road at Enam? There wasn't any shrine prostitute. Hasn't been any shrine prostitute here, they said. So he went back to Judah and said, I didn't find her. Besides, the men who lived there said, there hasn't been any shrine prostitute here. Then Judah said, let her keep what she has, or we will become a laughing stock. After all, I did send her this young goat, but you didn't find her. About 3 months later, Judah was told, your daughter-in-law Tamar is guilty of prostitution, and as a result, she is not now pregnant. Judah said, bring her out and have her burned to death. As she was being brought out, she sent a message to her father-in-law. I am pregnant by the man who owns these, she said. And she added, see if you recognize whose seal and cord and staff these are. You see? And Judah, and then what it says in verse 26, Judah recognized them and said, she is more righteous than I, since I wouldn't give her to my son Sheila. And he did not sleep with her again. Now, when a whore, a prostitute, is more righteous than a patriarch of God, that says a lot about God. That says a lot about God. This is the man you choose, and this man says a whore, a prostitute, is more righteous than he, and he the patriarch of God, the patriarch of the royal bloodline. Man, we in trouble. We in trouble. And that woman right there is the matriarch of David, Solomon, and Jesus. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? I want y'all, wait a minute. I know it hurt. I know it hurt. I know a lot of motherfuckers out there say, Seti, you didn't went too goddamn far, man. But it's the truth. That's why I put it up. I brought the facts. Okay? And now, when the time came for her to give birth, there were twin boys in her womb. And she was giving birth. As she was giving birth, one of them put out his hand. So the midwife took a scarlet thread and tied it on his wrist and said, this one came out first. But he drew back his hand. His brother came out, and she said, so this is how you have broken out. And he was named Perez. Okay, now that's the one that's in David, Solomon, and Jesus genealogy. And I'm gonna go back and show you. Then his brother, who had the scarlet thread on his wrist, came out, and he was named Ziara. Okay, Ziara. Okay, and so that's still, that's again one of they still they ancestral uncle. You understand what I'm saying? But Perez is in their damn genealogy. So when you come down and you look, okay, you look here and you see Judah, Shua, then you see Onam. I don't even know, they ain't even put Sheila in there. And so you see Judah also had, and you see Canaanites on Tamar, Canaanites. You understand what I'm saying? So I took this straight from the end. So a lot of people know that she's a Canaan because, shit, you look who Judah chose. Why would he pull something? He do righteous by his son, don't even do righteous by himself. Okay, so Tamar had Zerah and Perez, and out of that came Salmon, Boaz, King David, Solomon, and Yeshua, okay, which is Jesus. All right, so this is your royal blood. So the matriarch of the tribe of Judah, which is the royal bloodline of the house of Israel, was a whore, was a prostitute. These is facts. These is facts. And Judah was a trick. You the man of God, and you out here tricking with prostitutes. This is the man of God. Man, I tell y'all, man, y'all don't even read this shit. So let's be clear. This is incest because he impregnated the wife of his murdered son. You understand what I'm saying? And he already got one of his sons. So, I mean, you taking into account that two sons and a father have all had a sexual relationship with this one woman. And she's the matriarch of the royal bloodline of God. Okay? One of the twin boys of incest, Perez, became the ancestor of Jesus. 38 generations, great grandfather. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, 38 generations, depending on what genealogy, because Jesus got two damn genealogies. Okay, so you see here, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, and you see Perez right here. And then you come down to you see Solomon is 5th, David is 14, Solomon is 15, even Hezekiah is in there. All these wicked motherfuckers, and all the way down. Now, I deal with the fact that Joseph supposedly is the stepfather of Jesus, but yet and still he's in his genealogy. So we'll deal with that on another level. And so you see Jesus is 41. So 38, if I'm not mistaken, 38 generations, great grandfather, Perez, great grandfather of Jesus. So Judah, after losing 2 sons to perversion with this woman, he himself commits incest and adultery with this woman and produces 2 sons out of incest. Okay? So this is wicked patriarch of the tribe of Judah, the tribe of David, Solomon, and Jesus. What is the patriarch of the royal bloodline of God doing? Soliciting, patronizing whores. You see, we got to answer. If Judah chose a Canaanite for his own wife, why would we expect he would do any different in choosing the wives, let me straighten that up, of his own son? Okay? Of his own son. So when they go out there and try to play that she was an Israelite, kill that noise. Kill it, nigga. Kill it. Kill that. Because they know that's they lead down to David, Solomon, and got there. And so, you know, they trying to purify the bloodline. You understand? But it cannot be purified. That really destroys them, man. Just like when I deal with the flood, you know, and I come down and I'm talking about heavyweight blows. This is just some shit you cannot get around. If anybody in their own right mind, you understand, could see their family doing some shit like you's a sick motherfucker, man. This shit is wild, man. This is wild. If this shit hit the TV in the modern time, niggas would be in there like, whoa. You understand what I'm saying? Like, whoa, what the hell is going on? You see what I'm saying? And so, 2 sons and 1 father had intimate relations with Tamar. Okay, the matriarch of the tribe of Judah is a prostitute. Okay, let me bring this on down. This is truly shameful. Judah was a trick that got tricked. Okay, he was a trick. She out-tricked him. You see what I'm saying? Another thing, now listen to this. This is the crazy thing. And it just shows you how this shit is collapsing. You understand? When I run up and shit, you can listen to all them other motherfuckers out there. All them other motherfuckers out there talking about the Bibles is taking bits and pieces of shit that I done already done. But when I go in that motherfucker, I kick in doors. You understand? And ain't no putting them motherfuckers back on the hinge. Motherfucker, I tear the whole goddamn frame out that motherfucker. You feel me? You know, this kick dope, nigga. You got to call the motherfucker. You got to call the carpenter out, nigga. You got to call some motherfuckers out there, come out there, do that brick work, get that motherfucker dough back, because the one you had there, that bitch gone, and ain't no trying to put that motherfucker back up there. You see, how did he know that, you know, now the thing is, another thing, Tamar, a Canaanite, African, whom Jesus referred to as dogs. Because you got diverse in there, and I didn't put that in there, but I could find it. But a Canaanite woman came to Jesus and, you know, and was looking for, I guess her daughter was sick and she needed healing. And Jesus said some shit, who cast the pearl to the swine or the, you know, the wisdom to the dogs or whatever, but he referred to the Canaanite woman as a dog. He referred to the Canaanite woman as a dog. So the question I gotta ask Jesus, did he know that one of his ancestral grandmothers was a dog? Did he know that? Now, if I got to go in there and deal with that, you understand what I'm saying? I'll pull the motherfucker up right now just to drop it in there because I should have had it. But did Jesus know one of his ancestral grandmothers was a dog? You understand? I don't think he knew that. Oh, it's in there. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. I got all that firepower for a motherfucker. Matthew 15, 21, 28. It says, leaving the place, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Canaanite woman from that vicinity came to him, crying out, Lord, son of David, David, have mercy on me. My daughter is demon possessed and suffering terribly. Jesus did not answer a word, so his disciples came to him and urged him, send her away, for she keeps crying out after him. He answered, I was sent, listen to this, only to the lost sheep of Israel. The woman came and so for all you motherfuckers out there that ain't the lost sheep of Israel, all you Christian motherfuckers, this, that, and the third, Jesus said he ain't come for nobody, but see, they don't want to bring that verse up. They don't want to bring that verse up. They try to come up with an excuse for that. You understand what I'm saying? The woman came and knelt before him. Lord, please help me, she said. He replied, listen, it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to dogs. Okay? So the blessings that, he handing out is not to be given. This is the children's bread. This is what he's referring to. And it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dog. Yes, it is, Lord, she said. Even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. Then Jesus said to her, woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted. And her daughter was healed at that moment. So he referred to the Canaanites as dogs. But damn, I need to ask him, did he know that one of his ancestral grandmothers was a dog? That's devastating, y'all. So the only lie they could come up with, the only lie that they could come up is that Tamar was an Israelite woman, even though it showed you that Judah himself married a Canaanite woman. So what the fuck is he gonna do for his sons that he the patriarch? You see what I'm saying? He's the motherfucking patriarch. This is the shit that y'all niggas believe in, okay? And so the verdict is in on Judah, a trick that got tricked and founded the ancestral royal bloodline of Israel. What a fact to be proud of, okay? What a fact to be proud of. So family, I ain't gonna even go no further. You understand what I'm saying? I got any more daggers in there? I don't even have to put nothing else in there to be real. Matter of fact, that's it. That's it, family. That's it. And so I just want to, now, if you want to, you could go in, you can you could go over it again and go in Genesis 38. I gave you the verse with Jesus and this, that, and the third. And, I cracked the other ones on the head too. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to get on David and, with his wicked ass, he damn near is wicked. He damn near is wicked. You know what I'm saying? He damn near is wicked. And I'm going to show y'all how perverted this so-called Israelite nation, how perverted they are. You see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand what I'm saying? Because they did that shit and more. Them motherfuckers probably taught Sodom and Gomorrah the shit that they know. You see what I'm saying? So family, stay with me. I got some more hard body videos come body in there. I'm kicking the door in. I'm kicking it. Ain't no coming back. Let them cry. I'm kicking the motherfucking door. Anytime I do something on the Bible, it's detrimental. It ain't gonna be no little with God. Fuck it. It's gonna be so detrimental. Game gonna be technically over. Okay, I didn't body the flood. God damn it, I'm gonna do the creation story, which I done bodied on the streets of Harlem long time ago. That jumped right into the flood, jumped right on into Judah, jumped right on into David. God damn it, jump right on into Solomon, and then end with Jesus, and it's a wrap. I don't need to. I'll do Moses too. I'll do Moses too, and show how wicked he is, and that's it. That's it. Ain't no need for me to touch nothing else in that motherfucker. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, family. So get with me. This is the General Sarasun Seti, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, Seti University, GeneralSeti.com, and get with me on my Patreon, General Sarasun Seti. I'm going to show you right there, General Sarasun Seti. Get over there today. You understand? So you can get them hard body live stream. All right, family. This is the General Sarasun Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.